7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning from Richland, Freddy Sosa back with us, and also Brady Deering as well. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Good. How's life in the car business this morning? Is it getting any better in the world for you guys right now?
You know, it's we've done really well at making the best of what's been a weird situation.
Handed a lot of lemons, making a lot of lemonade.
Yeah.
That's kind of the deal going on here. So, right on. Well, good news is you guys are celebrating Easter this weekend. I want to invite folks to come on out. Of course, you guys been having a pretty good sale going on right now with like you've been having an adult Easter egg hunt like this month, for deals and things on vehicles. Now you're officially going to have a kid Easter egg hunt on Saturday for the little ones. So the big, now don't get me wrong, the big people's Easter egg hunt's still going on, but we want to invite the family out this Saturday. Come on out and have some fun with us here too.
Exactly.
Yeah. So well, first let's talk cars. Talk a little bit about some of the deals you're going on with the Easter egg hunt, and I know inventory is pretty crazy right now, but as far as looking for deals, there's some good deals out there if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's right now we got some select new car inventory that's priced. Did they have stickers marked on them, manager special? Those things are priced at right over invoice, which is really rare in these times right now when everything is either selling for...
Everything's kind of inflated value a little bit because of supply and demand. So yeah.
Exactly. And our whole mindset now is just kind of change. We like to turn the inventory within 30 days. So any of those new cars that are over 30 days, we're just making sure we're pricing them aggressively. And then tomorrow when we do the Easter egg hunt for the kids, we're actually going to have little eggs in all the cars. And so as you come in to purchase a vehicle, it'll have a prize in there that either gives you a... big discount on your car that you're purchasing.
Oh, nice.
Oil changes, some little bit of flair, a lot of different things.
So will the potential vehicle owner have to do a little searching of their own for the said egg in the car?
Yeah, they're going to be random spot. All the cars will have an egg in them. You just got to find it.
Okay, so it could be. It's kind of like for our Jeep lovers, how the Jeeps have their little
Easter
spirit
eggs.
animal, their Easter egg. Except this time there's an actual Easter egg. It's not a metaphor. It's an actual Easter egg that'll be hidden somewhere in the vehicle that you can find and get. So that's pretty cool. And then who knows? You could, perhaps you're going around out there and see a Cadillac, looking there, it's like, oh, there's a big discount on this. Or maybe there's a, over. And is this going to be happening at just the GM store? Or is there going to be the deals going on over at the Dodge store too?
The Dodge store has some deals going on, but all the Easter egg hunt stuff is going to be over at the
GM store.
The GM store, yes.
Very good.
We start over there at what time, Brady?
We're going to start at 11 o'clock, but we're going to meet over there at 10:30 a.m. at Richland, and we'll walk over to the park at 11.
Okay. Yeah, and of course, the fun part of the day with the Easter egg hunt and all that, that's going to be at Enchanted Hills Park, which is that park right next door to you guys.
Yeah, just right behind us.
Yeah, if you know where Richland is, Champion Motorsports, and then there's that park that's right there. It's all in that little block of space right there. So come on out. Hopefully, I know the weather tomorrow is supposed to be sunny, high of 85, winds 10 to 15. Should be a beautiful day out there to go go hunt some eggs and sit out in the grass out there and have a good time with your family.
Exactly. And what we did is we paired up with Brady's actually car club. What's the name of your car club again?
Car club is Head Turners.
Okay.
And so they're actually the one that's putting together the Easter egg portion of it. And
nice.
We're a sponsor for them, and they were able to gather how many?
We gathered 3,000 Easter eggs and then 5 main prizes for the gold ones.
Wow. Now, you guys going to have some of the cars from the car club out there, too?
Yeah, of course.
Nice. Now, are the cars going to be at the dealership, or is there parking in the park?
Along the street, there's parking, but they'll probably start at the dealership, and all the cars will end up over there.
So all the gearheads and car guys, come on out, too. Maybe the kids go roll eggs or play with eggs, and you go check out what's under the hood of some of these cars on the other side over here, Good deal. What tell folks a little about your car club, in case you want some people wanting to get involved here.
Yeah, so Head Turners, we're just a local community car club. We like to get together, just get all the family together, all the friends, no drama, just get all the cars. Cars bring everyone together.
Sure. What's does the club have a pretty eclectic mix, or do y'all kind of have the same style?
Anywhere from lifted trucks to low riders to the fast cars to the slow ones.
Okay.
It's just about just about your car.
Gotcha. Any classic car owners in the group there?
There's a few oldies in there, yeah.
Okay, good deal. But a lot of custom stuff. People taking their.
You got the new, you got the old, you got the custom, all
Sure.
of it.
I mean, like I guess what I'm saying is like people will get a newer vehicle and then just change it up to suit their taste and desire. You know, lift it, lower it, whatever. Add wings to it, whatever they want to do.
A big group of the people in his car club are his age, and so they're all. A lot of them are just race car.
Well, that's
cool
what I
race
love
cars,
about it, because I love generational.
Yeah.
The thing that's cool about it is that's where all of them bond. Like if you want to see a multi-generational deal, just get a bunch of car guys together.
Exactly.
You're going to have the older folks that are got their 57 Chevys and their okay, I ain't gonna lie, the cool cars like your Barracuda, your Goats, all these cars, those classic big hot rods and all that. Those are cool to like. And then you got probably guys like my age. It's kind of has a foot in both worlds.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in the world where at the time the Ford Escort was very one of the more popular vehicles in the world, and we had so many high school kids try to fix up Escorts. And I mean, they're fine economical cars that got people to and fro, but sexy factor was not part of the Ford Escort. You know what I'm saying? And so these kids in high school, when they go and they put back in the day, the cool things were to put those god-awful, over-the-top windshield wipers with the weighted deals on them, but they pick colors like hot pink and lime green. And then they put curb feelers out on the sides of the Escorts. You know what curb feelers are? Those little sticks.
Sticks that
those little sticks that kind of flop. They look ghetto. They don't look good. But they kind of, I guess people thought they looked kind of slick or something. And it basically, it's to tell you, to teach you how to drive when you're too close to the curb. It's supposed to wiggle and make a bunch
so you
of noise.
don't curb your rims.
But people would, get neon versions of those and try to make it look. And then, of course, they would lower it, but they do it themselves, and it looked not right.
Yeah, there's a few people in the car club that need that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, if you lower your vehicle or do something and the back wheels bend out at that weird angle where the bottom's wider out than the narrow in the inside, then you probably didn't do it right. No, I'm just telling you, that's. But we had a lot of that back in those days. So I mean, I get it. You get the both, where you get the folks that are taking, especially they'll take like Japanese style, your Hondas and all that, and love to do the ground effects and soup up the engines and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of a mix of all that. That's where I'm in that foot. So yeah, come on out, meet the guys, and of course, if you're interested in being a part of the club, come on down, talk to them. I'm sure y'all guys are always looking for new folks to come
always
and
looking for prospects.
hang out, and because car clubs are kind of more of an information exchange as much as, you know what I mean? Because you guys are always searching for parts, searching especially exotic or weird stuff, and the things that aren't just out on the shelves everywhere. So I would imagine that's kind of a networking for you guys. It's like, oh yeah,
definitely.
I was over here and I saw that gearbox you're looking for, or whatever it is. So pretty cool. So come out, meet the car club, and then come check out some cars, and of course bring the kids. Like you said, what do you say? How many eggs was it?
3,000.
3,000 eggs. And some are going to have some great prizes in there. Of course, it's going to be a ton of candy and fun and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, Richland's throwing in a few big cash eggs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just going to be a good time. We'll have a couple Easter bunnies running around there for the kids to take pictures with.
So you want to get your Easter pictures with the bunny. And like I said, it's going to be out in the parks. It's a beautiful day. So if you want to kind of do your own family activities while you're as part of this, maybe bring a picnic basket, or make a day out in the park with them, hang out, do the Easter egg hunt, maybe have the kids go and play and run around, do some Frisbee, have lunch, whatever,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. So
Saturdays we tend to be a little bit busy, but it's cool when it's a party at the same time. So
yeah.
We like doing stuff like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, if you're looking for vehicles, I mean, like we said earlier, it's the land of supply and demand's a little goofy right now, but you guys are still getting inventory.
We're getting about a truck a weekend right now, which 7 to 8 cars a week. And it's crazy. So the stuff's selling as they're coming off the truck.
Sure.
If they're not already pre-sold, we have probably about 10 HD trucks that should be here within the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
We have a few Yukons and Tahoes that are in transit. So it's if that's stuff that you're looking for, come on down and let's start getting your name on some lists, because this stuff goes faster than I've been in the car business for 16 years and I've never seen anything like this.
You know, I get when you're talking, I just all of a sudden got an image in my head, and it reminds me of like school days. Like, you know, you're in lunch in school and you all sitting around the table, and then like somebody's like wanting some of your tots or something, and you do the old dibs and you lick it and slap your tots kind of thing.
That's how you are with cars now.
I feel like there's like this truck rolling up and there's like 10 people just running out of nowhere, licking their hands, about to smack trucks, going dibs. Just when you were talking about that, I got that image in my head.
It's exactly how it is nowadays.
I figured that's how it was. But here's the good news is that if you're really looking for a new vehicle, the way to go, the move right now is to pre-order.
Exactly.
That's the way to do it. And if you're looking for a new vehicle, because I know some people, I get it. You're like, no, you know what? I want a Tahoe, and I want a 2022, and I want it this way, and I want it. This is that time in the world now where you can do it that way.
There's not a whole lot of times where you walk into a car dealership and you get exactly what you want.
Yeah.
And so ordering a vehicle is stuff a lot of people have never even considered. But you can actually build it the exact way you want it without there being any type of settling. Mm-hmm. And for a lot of customers, that's something that they've never experienced.
Sure. So if you're gonna, let's face it, we're in a world of waiting right now. Well, then wait for something that exactly you wanted. Then, if you're gonna be, look, it's gonna be a while before I get a new car anyway because of it's sitting waiting for a chip and somewhere, you know, whatever that reason is, and say, well then if I'm gonna wait for something, let's wait for what I exactly wanted. So yeah, you could literally go into the store here and talk to the sales guy and, all right, what color interior do you want? Do you want leather? Do you want all right, hey, what do you want for your surround sound, your sound system? Let's do, you know what I mean? And next thing you know, that car is built for you, literally and figuratively.
Exactly.
It's there for you. And so, I ain't gonna lie, as a guy, I'm in, you know, late 40s, pushing 50. That's one of those things you always feel like that's for like rich people. I don't do that kind of thing. Ordering my personal car. I just roll up on the lot and pick one that I kind of like. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's rich people move right there.
Well, and another thing that's crazy is the new body style Silverado and GMC just came out, and so those were for reserve orders only when they were done.
Okay.
And so we actually have one that hit the lot that the person who ordered it isn't taking, and so now we actually have a 22 new body style. With the new big screen in it that's available for purchase on the lot currently, which all the first ones should be set aside for sold orders.
Gotcha.
This customer just decided to wait.
This one, I had a truck fall off the truck today. Yeah. Come on down and get a deal. No, but seriously, that's pretty cool. So
if you haven't seen one of those trucks yet, come on down to the lot. We actually have one that's available to look at.
Yeah.
And it's real cool to see General Motors go real high technology. That's been something not necessarily that they're known for.
Sure.
And this is a big technological advance on the interior that GM way overdue.
Sure. Well, and that's just it. It's the way of the future here, and all the car industry is going that way, where they're going towards designing vehicles that are more fuel efficient, more advanced in this way. So, you know, that's the way of the world. We're going to be seeing this across all brands if you're not already seeing it. You know what I mean? And like you said, GM's picking up on that, and they're going to be doing because let's face it, their competition's doing the same thing. You know what I mean? And so they're all going to be doing it. You know, and that's if they aren't already are. But I'm saying it's going to be the way of the future. Who knows? We could be by the time we're old men here, they might be talking about, you know, hovercraft floating cars or something, you know, the way it's going. They
can park themselves now. I mean, there's so much cool stuff that these vehicles can do depending on what it is that you're ordering and purchasing. So.
You might be selling a Jetsons vehicle pretty soon. You never know where that, you know, with a little bubble and the.
I just want to push the button and the lunch comes out.
Yeah. And I want the thing where everything folds up into a briefcase.
Oh, yeah.
And
then
walks away.
Yeah.
I want that too, but we'll work on that. So, excuse me. Let's talk pre-owned side. How's the selection on the pre-owned side?
Pre-owned side, we've done pretty good. Brandon Johnson, our used car manager for both stores, has done really well on keeping that inventory flowing.
Sure.
But one of the biggest things we like to put out there is that we are still buying trade-ins regardless of if you're buying a vehicle from us. So,
yeah. And the values are still in the favor of the seller, right?
Exactly.
Now. Yeah.
And so this stuff is coming. What we've realized through the pandemic, I mean, and I guess that word just kind of disappeared on everybody. But
I think we're just tired of saying it, and hearing it, and being a part of it.
But what we learned through that is that people didn't need as much as they had. And so a lot of people's jobs went to where they can work from home.
Yeah.
And a lot of families don't need the 2 or 3 cars that they had before. And so we've done really well with people coming in and us purchasing those vehicles that people have decided that it's not as much of a necessity as they thought.
Sure. Yeah, I imagine you get a lot of people that are kind of, looking at their own world and saying, do I really need 3 vehicles in the house when I only got 1 driver, and kind of things like that. And so for their own finances and things, like you said, and so there's some advantages to take it, for people looking for vehicles to take advantage of some of that stuff.
Yeah, so. And so it's we've done really well with advertising that, and we probably are doing 5 to 10 purchase units a week.
Very good.
That we're just buying off the street from local people.
Good deal. I imagine service department's probably been pretty busy too, because when again in the world when inventory is lacking, people tend to have to make what they got last longer. So I imagine you got a lot of people that have been passing through the service department, being a little bit more on top of their routine maintenance and things like that too.
Yeah, our service department's been extremely busy. Both of our service departments at both locations have had some of their best months that they've ever had through this, which has been good. And the busier we get, it gives us the opportunity to grow and get better. And so that we encourage that because sometimes when you're slow, you don't realize some of the stuff that you need to fix.
I get you.
And so as the busier we get, it helps us clean up our process quite a bit.
I know what you're saying. Yeah. It's iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean? That's you've heard that saying, and so sometimes you don't get better unless you get tested. And imagine everybody in this world's been tested in one way, shape, or form, and so so it makes you guys get good at streamlining stuff but even like inventory and stuff like that, it's probably a different philosophy in the pandemic world. You know what I mean? Like keeping parts in store and things like that. The manager and stuff have to change their philosophy a little bit to kind of keep with the times and things
Well, the
like
biggest
that.
thing through this right now is just making sure you're super transparent in what's happening.
Yeah.
Because yes, there's parts issues with getting stuff in. Yes, it's hard to get your cars that you order in a timely manner. But as long as we're super open about it, we talk about the process and inform the customer. This is what you should expect through the process, so that way there's no one's upset.
Sure. And people understand. We live in a world and things aren't happening the same way they were 3-4 years ago, and so. Yeah, there's challenges here, and so I think most people. But if you're honest up front with them and just say, "Hey, look, we would be happy to, but we are still like you, victims of the world and how supply and demand works." And so, we got the parts. It's sitting on a boat out in the middle of the ocean right now, and that's. People get that right now.
I think it's cool because this has kind of taught a lot of people patience.
Yeah.
Because we lived in such a time where it was instant gratification.
Sure.
And so kind of what's happened is it's shown people a little bit more patience.
Well,
and
I think this time is giving our people nowadays a glimpse of our families and relatives in the Depression era and what they went through.
Oh yeah.
Like you always talk about our age, it's like our grandparents and stuff. Some younger folks, it's more greats and things. But for us, it's like our grandparents and all that. We were like, man, they used to save every butter dish in the house. You know what I mean? You can't. There's like 50. I can't believe it's not butter tubs underneath the. You know what I mean? All that. That's a mentality of the Depression, because once you got something, you held on to it, made it happen. That's you utilize every resource. That's what the Depression taught this era of folks. And now we're kind of not nearly the level those folks are. Not even any. You didn't see lines up of soup kitchens and people living in cars and all that stuff like you did then. But it's just that concept of, you know what? Maybe I ought to hang on to that piece of equipment a little longer. Maybe that is fixable instead of replaceable. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And things like that. So that same mindset's been working in the car industry too. And it's like, hey, maybe we can do it differently this way, and things like it's the world we live in now, and we all had to get good at it. So, and Richland, no different.
Yeah, you just got to adapt and know the hand that you're dealt and just be able to work with what you got. So
Absolutely. So, folks, if you are looking for a vehicle, or you know what, even if you're not, you just want to look for something to do, fun with the family this weekend, come on out to the Easter egg hunt this Saturday at Enchanted Hills Park. You said, what, about 11 or so? Everything's getting
It's going to be at 11. If you want to meet at Richland, about 10:30.
Okay.
Just so we can all gather and then walk over there together.
Yeah, come over and of course get there a little early. Come check out some of the cars and stuff that are going to be over at the Richland lot. Come see the car show and see and talk with some of the car owners, because that's one thing about car guys and car. They bring the cars out and love to talk about them. So if you have questions, if maybe you're a car person yourself and you want to exchange notes, that's why these car guys are in car groups, because this is what they love doing, talking cars and showing off the cars and just sharing that love with other people. So come out, be a part of that. And I'm telling you, so if you're like, dude, I'm not into it, then send the kids over to the Easter egg hunt, having fun over there. You come and start talking shop with the car guys.
Exactly.
And of course, there's always going to be food floating around and stuff. So
yeah, there's going to be food, music. We'll have the cornhole tables out.
It's going to be a party.
It'll be a party.
Who's your best cornholer? I know it didn't sound right the way I said it, but I don't know the proper term for a cornhole player. But
if we had to give that title to anybody, it's probably Johnny Alvidres.
And then I'm second. I'm coming for you, Johnny.
Oh, the gauntlet has been thrown. All right. What? How serious is there? Like, because I've seen some people get like way hardcore into their cornhole. It's like, is that proper distance? Is that, and others like, just throw the board there.
Usually when the trash talking comes out, that's when the intensity gets turned up.
Yeah. Well, because there's a moment someone misses. Is that regulation? That's not regulation. I know it's not. If that was regulation, that would have been in. I know the moves.
Well, it's a bunch of car guys, so it's a bunch of alphas that are battling for dominance, and so I like a little friendly competition.
Sure, absolutely. Do they have like a different style? Like some I noticed they'll go like straight hard towards and then you got the arcers. Like some cornhole people, it's like the A to B dart tile, but then you got the rainbow ones that you're just like, they're just dropping air bombs. They're like, all right, hole, and I don't know if they're doing like some kind of math in their head, but they just arc it up about 10 feet in the air, and all of a sudden, boom, and just sinks in that hole like a swish in basketball, and you're like, oh, you son of a... Yeah, anyway. I didn't know if you had people that kind of did both. Or...
It's kind of we got a group of guys, and both of them kind of go each way on that thing.
Okay.
But it's cool because we'll just have it out, and then customers will start playing.
Yeah.
It's just, people have dreaded going to car dealerships for so long, and we just try to put out an atmosphere that just makes it more fun than it is anything else.
I'm telling you, it's like Hank coming over to your buddy's house. Like every single time you're sitting there and like, hey, you're at the service bar. I'm sure you're getting oil change. Okay. And you're sitting there waiting. Hey, you want some chicken? Hey, it's just stuff like that happens.
You need food? You need food?
Yeah. Hey, come on over. You want some pizza in the back? You want some pizza? You want to hang out? And that's kind of how you guys roll over there. So come be a part of that. Come hang out. Come school these guys. You think maybe you're like, oh, they don't know anything about cornhole, and you roll up in there and go recognize, go regulate up in there.
And we have a couple other events planned throughout the summer months that hopefully we'll do a cornhole tournament on a Saturday, a couple car shows during the summer. So
nice.
It's not all about selling cars. Yes, that's what we want to do.
Sure.
It's just what we've done since the inception of Richland is just be a place for the community. And
absolutely.
And that's just what we gun for.
Well, let's face it. What you guys sell is arguably the probably second biggest thing a family will purchase.
Exactly.
And so and so it's all about that family atmosphere and family life. We're and this is something that you've said 1,000 times, and you've been on here. We're not truly trying to sell you a car today. We're trying to sell you a car for life. That's what we want to do. You come in and buy a car from us. We want you to be so satisfied with that experience from the moment you walked in till after the sale, for all the perks, being a champion for the brand program. All this stuff is in place. So when you're tired of the car that you've been driving for 5, 10, 15 years, you're ready to get a new one. And the first place you go is Richland, because you're going to get a straight straight deal. They're going to be honest with you, but at the same time, they're going to work with you. And at the end of the day, your goal is to make them happy. Sure, we're all here to make money, but you'd rather have 10 happy customers than that got exactly what they want than 10 customers that you maybe oversold that didn't need what they want. Now they may never come back again. You know what I mean? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
It's 100%. How long you been with us, Brady?
3 years now.
So Brady, for 3 years, I've been beating into his head, all my guys, is that there's two different people in the car business. There's car salesmen and then there's car guys.
Yeah.
Car salesmen, you meet once, they don't leave a good impression.
Sure.
I mean, you forget about them the second you leave the lot. Car guys are people who are there throughout the whole experience of you owning that car.
Yeah.
And your next car and your next car. And so these guys just get trained to be car guys and opposed to car salesmen.
Sure. Well, and it's a difference. Like for instance, I'll walk into the Dodge dealership and something, and I'll just say, "Hey, is Malcolm here?" You know what I mean? And because Malcolm was my car guy, you know what I mean? And that's how it rolls. And that's whereas other places, if you're looking for cars, just I'm here to buy a truck or whatever it is, and that's the difference. And that really, I mean, you don't have to walk in and request a guy; they'll come and help you. But you know what I mean? It's just like, hey, yeah, now Malcolm's, he's been working with me on 10 other things. Come on over, Malcolm. You know what I mean? That's just how it rolls.
Exactly.
So, good deal. Again, come on out to Richland. The GM store is going to be having all the Easter egg fun. So all the people working at Dodge are going to come in costume and hide and pretend to be employees over at the other place. Well, I'm just kidding. They'll be over handling business at Dodge. But anyway, come on out. Like you said, come on out to the Richland GM store here about 10:30 or so. Hang out. Come see the cars at the car show. Come peruse the lot if you're looking for a newer pre-owned vehicle. And then about 11 or so, all the fun will shift over to Enchanted Hills Park right next door to Richland there for the big Easter egg hunt. Over 3,000 eggs loaded with prizes and candy and all kinds of fun stuff. There's going to be fun games, activities, food, just a celebration of family and everything this Easter weekend, all happening this Saturday. What time's everything wrapping up? Like I said, everything's kind of getting underway at about 11. What time's everything shutting down over at the park?
At the park, probably right after, but we'll have stuff going on at the dealership.
Okay, pretty much all day.
Till about 2, but it'll go on.
Okay, so from like say 11 to maybe like 12 or so, it'll be all over at the park. But then if you get there a little later in the day, just meet over at the dealership there, and the car guys will be there, and the car show will be set up, and you can go through and ask all your questions and check out the cool cars and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
So, good deal. Any like I said, you mentioned the one vehicle. Is there any other? I know in the COVID world, like you always keep like some kind of specialized. Is there any cool sports cars or trucks that are sitting on the lot that are hard to get and hard to look at? We talked about the one, but I didn't know. Like you'll keep like for instance, one of the Dodge store, one of the Dodge pickups, or one of the is there any of those sitting on the lot right now? The more rare vehicles, that the high end ones.
I mean, we have a couple of 2,500 Denali's that just hit that are super nice. They're already spoken for, but they won't be being picked up until Monday or Tuesday. So
if you want to see one in person.
Yeah, if you want to come and put your eyes on them, come on down. We have a couple available for you to look at.
I love that part too, because you're right. And online shopping is amazing. And of course, Richland has a great way for you to shop online, and you can go through and look at all the vehicles. But at the end of the day, when you buy a car, man, you got to smell it, you got to touch it, you gotta kick the tires, you gotta feel it and be a part of it. That's cars, and I think that's the difference between car guys and people that just car guys like when they get in the car and sit down, like the car is now an extension of them.
Yeah, it's experience at that point. Yeah,
and so you're in tune with it. When your hands are on the steering wheel, your foot's on the gas pedal or the brake, that's you connecting with the car, and you're feeding data based on how you think that car is based on you. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Like when you drive in your car, you're just like, it don't sound right. You know what I mean? Even everyone else can't tell, but you're like, all right, it's just not shifting the way it's doing, or it didn't. You know what I mean? And you're feeling all that through your hands, through your feet on the pedals, do that.
Well, you're talking to a guy that probably drives one of the nicest cars in town. I mean, he's a 20-year-old that drives a Hellcat. So
nice.
I mean,
dang. Nothing but smoke behind me.
Yeah.
Car business was pretty good on those Hellcats. You got a discount, I'm sure. But no, that's great. Good for you, man.
Yeah,
that's
appreciate
good.
it.
Good deal. How much work have you put into that car? Like since you've owned it?
Not much, to be honest.
Probably didn't have to.
Tires.
A lot of tires. A lot of money in tires.
Yeah,
It's
he's
just-
been going through
He
tires.
goes through 4 tires in 6 months.
Well, it's because he can.
I can't.
Well, physically he can. You know, maybe he's got to go sell some blood to get to pay for the tires after all. But you know, so good deal. Well, is there anything we didn't get to cover?
No, I think we got it. Just come on, see us tomorrow.
Come out.
About 10 to 2, and let's have a good time.
Yeah, and if you're looking for a vehicle, brand new, pre-owned, come on out, talk to. And if you don't find what you see at the GM store, head on over to the Dodge store and check out what they've got on their lot. I saw a couple sweet Gladiators sitting on the lot over there when I drove by the other day.
They got a few of those right now.
Yeah, so if you're looking for one of those, like those are. I'm telling you, I don't know if I'm ever coming off my Jeep. I'm a Jeep guy. I love it. But if I get if I sway off a Wrangler, it's going to be for a Gladiator. I'm telling you right now. My next vehicle, if I don't get another Wrangler, it's going to be one of those Gladiators.
Well, I drove that big green Ram for years, and I thought it was the coolest car ever. And then
Yeah.
I got a Gladiator. So
Yeah.
it's and I just think that's one of the coolest things I've ever drove now. So.
Yeah, isn't it? It's just I just and what I love about my Jeep, and I'm not being brag. I love it because it's the one vehicle that I feel like I'm in a big vehicle, but it drives around like a little vehicle.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Exactly.
And I love that. I love that I can whip in and out of parking spaces, but don't feel like I'm sitting in a little tiny Matchbox car.
Exactly.
You know, it's kind of cool. So, thank you guys.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much. Thanks for having us.
We'll see you this weekend, and come on out to Richland, and don't forget, if you've bought a vehicle any time in Richland's history here, you're riding for the brand. You're part of the champion program. You get perks just for purchasing a vehicle. Don't forget to take advantage of that stuff. And forget if you're thinking you got stuff or you need a loaner, rental, service work, all that. You're in the club. Take advantage of it. There's a reason why they have the champion program, the brand, riding for the brand, and this is a perk. You get to take advantage of it. So do it.
Exactly.
Good deal. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate
Thank you very
it.
much.
Thank
Thanks
you,
for
Mike.
having us.
We'll see you next time here, and have fun. And don't eat too much candy.
Can't make no promises.
Is there any actual hard-boiled eggs in the eggs?
No.
Oh, that's a
There
shame.
it is. We'll throw them at each
I
other.
think you slip one or two in, just put an actual hard-boiled egg out there, because
I don't need that dealership smelling like fart box.
that is true. That might, pardon the pun, blow up in your face.
You.
But,
All right, Mike. Thank you.
thanks, guys.